Is playing webkins a hobby? I consider it a hobby. Hello friends, welcome back to another daily vlog or multi-day vlog. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet, but we're just starting. Today I was super productive. I cleaned out my car and I went shopping. That's actually only 2 things. And I didn't even need to go shopping, and I bought things I didn't need, so maybe that shouldn't count. I just finished filming a haul video, so all of my stuff is all over the floor. But you know, it's all for the sake of content, so who cares? My hair is fading, but it's all fading. It's not all fading at the same time. There's like, well, it looks fine on camera. There's like all different colors. There's like 17 shades of pink in my hair, and it's not noticeable on camera. But it's noticeable in real life, and it's driving me crazy. I have hair extensions that I was dyeing to match my hair, and so I needed to buy more hair dye, and it was in my budget. I have a very strict budget because I don't make any money, and I'm also trying to pay for tuition and for top surgery, so it's like, things are tight right now, okay? But it was in my budget to buy hair dye for the extensions, so I bought hair dye, and I think I'm gonna have to use it on my head, and then I'm gonna have to put more hair dye in my budget. Did I show you guys my gummy bears in the last vlog? I don't know if I did. I have gummy bears. I have a neon green gummy bear, and I have a neon pink gummy bear, and I have a dead gummy bear. He's black and he's dead, and he is in my room on my bed, and I don't feel like going to get him, but I have 3 gummy bears now, and I have hearts that perfectly match the gummy bears because they're made of the same fabric. This one, I did what I have done multiple times in the past, and I don't learn. I ripped the tag off and ripped like the stitching out of the pillow. So I stitched it up right there, and I think I did an okay job. It was already misshapen because these are poor quality, but I don't think you can really tell. One thing I wanted to talk about is I'm in school now, which is great. That's awesome. I am trying to be a paramedic. No, I'm not trying to be a paramedic. I am going to be a paramedic. But right now I'm just getting my prereqs done. And the prereq math that I need is math 990, which is like it's like high school level math. Like it's low level math. And so I was like, I'm not gonna have a problem with this. I was always fantastic at math unless there was a square root. I don't understand square roots at all. I was absent in 8th grade because I was in the mental hospital when we learned about square roots, and then for the rest of my school career nobody caught me up to speed on that. But regardless, square roots aren't in this class so far. It's just like solve for x. It's just equations, like linear equations. And I got through 2 weeks worth of the class in like 2 days. I just powered through it, and it was great. And then I did like the final little assessment to see how I did, and I was fantastic in everything except for chapter 5, which was fractions. And I remember in like 3rd grade when we learned about fractions, the teacher saying, I know fractions are really confusing, a lot of you are gonna struggle with this, and I was like, I'll be fine. And I was fine. Fractions did not bother me. I was chilling with fractions all through the rest of my school career. Fractions were never a problem. So I'm like, oh, apparently I'm struggling with chapter 5 with the fractions. Let me go through all the practice questions. I got every single one wrong. Every single one. And I don't know why. Because I feel like I understand. Like when I'm doing it, I'm not like, oh, I don't know what to do. This is difficult. I'm just like, oh, I know exactly what to do. And I do it. And then the answer is wrong. So I don't know what, like, I'm so confused. And I watched one of the videos that explained how to do the problem that I was doing, and I did exactly what they did on the video, and I got the wrong answer. But I might, for the first time in my life, have to suck up my pride and go to a tutor. And there's nothing shameful about going to a tutor. That's like a pretty normal thing in school, especially in college. But I was a gifted child, and so I have never needed help, and I don't like asking for help because I like being independent. To my downfall, I should ask for help more frequently. Another thing, guess what I got in the mail yesterday? You can't even see it. Hot Topic. I'm struggling. Hot Topic Fanatic. I got accepted into the Hot Topic Fanatics program, which basically means I'm now sponsored by Hot Topic, which is so amazing. I have been trying to get sponsored by Hot Topic since I was 15 years old, so it's been 7 years. You need a certain amount of followers, and like, as long as you have enough followers, it's pretty easy to apply. but I never did, and I finally do. Let's not mention to Hot Topic that I'm losing a ton of followers every single day on Instagram. My Instagram's flopping and I don't know what to do about it. But they didn't notice that. They just noticed that I had enough followers. But I'm so excited that I'm finally sponsored by Hot Topic. I'm a Hot Topic fanatic. So they gave me that hoodie that's way too big for me. I'm not gonna put it on now because I just did my makeup, and my hair. But at some point I'll show you what it looks like on. When I filled all the stuff out, I put my top size as a men's large because I only wear men's large t-shirts. So they gave me a men's large hoodie. I'm 5'5" and trigger warning weight, and I weigh like 125 pounds. So a men's large is a little massive on me. I look like a little kid, but I don't care because it's very comfy and it's very warm. They also gave me, it's in the drawer down here. Where'd it go? This, which is, it's a bag that like folds into itself, but it has the same pattern as the back of the hoodie on the bag. They also gave me this. It's like magnetic, so I can stick it to my phone and then I can stick it to the wall. Actually, it does not work on the wall, but it works on my fridge. I don't know why I didn't just kneel down here so I could talk to you like with my face. And then this little Hot Topic microphone situation with an adapter so that I can plug it into my phone. I have a Google Pixel 6 and I regret buying a Pixel 6. I had the Pixel 3a and I loved it. And I used it until it like was just really struggling. I had had it for so long and it was super old. I was like 3 generations behind, and so I was like, okay, my phone's breaking, I need a new phone. So I just bought the newest Google Pixel because I loved my Google Pixel at the time. The Pixel 6 sucks, and that is like the general consensus that I found on the internet. The other ones are great, the Pixels are great, but the 6 is just terrible. And I was trying to use this. I've tried using multiple microphones and headphones with an adapter, and none of them work. So I'm Googling, trying to figure out what's wrong, and the answer to my problem was, yeah, the Pixel 6s don't work. Anything you plug in with an adapter doesn't work. There's not a solution. There's not a setting you need to change. It just simply does not work. On the Pixel 3a that I had, it works. On the newer Pixels, the 7, 8, it works. On the 6, you're just screwed. Like, sorry you bought a bad phone. So I really want to buy a new phone. The problem with that is I don't have any money. So, update. I decided to go rollerblading because it's warm out. It's actually not warm out. It's like 30 degrees. But in this hoodie, I'm warm. So now I can show you the Hot Topic hoodie. It like covers my entire butt. And I have the sleeves cuffed and rolled up. But isn't that slay? It says Hot Topic Fanatic. These are my rollerblades. They're pink. When I bought these, I was just looking for the cheapest ones I could get. They were like $100. And the ones I wanted are identical to this, but neon green, and that's my favorite color. They were out of those, but they had these, which I think is so funny. It was called like Blade Runner something. It was like Blade Runner, and then it was Blade Runner Women. And it's genuinely identical, but it's pink. There was no pink tax though, it was the same price. But this is my second favorite color, so this is what we went with, and I love these things. I should have got them smaller, because they're supposed to be pretty tight, and these I have some wiggle room in. But, as I've said, money's tight, so these are functional, and these are what we're going with. I might actually rollerblade in my garage, because there's no cars in the garage right now, and that's warmer. But I'm going to listen to music and rollerblade, and probably not film it, because if I drop this camera and it breaks, I will off myself. That was a joke. I was kidding. That was a joke. Okay, first of all, I was like, why do I feel so shaky and not good? It's because I forgot that food existed. I ate breakfast. It's 7 p.m. I just went about my day. I've been doing that a lot lately. But what I wanted to say is that I have wanted top surgery for 9 years, and I've been saving money. But the current, like, political state is freaking me out a little bit, so I was like, I really need to do this quickly. And also, I'm in school to be a paramedic. And once you're a paramedic, your uniform is, like, a fitted t-shirt. And I can't wear a binder while working on the ambulance, because, like, I'll be lifting people and, like, possibly doing CPR, and, like, not good for me, not good for my lungs, not good for my ribs, and not good for the patient, because my motion's a little bit restricted. So I kind of need to do this, like now. For years, people have told me to make a GoFundMe, and I've said no because I feel guilty taking people's money, and I should just figure it out myself and save my own money. But given the urgency, I made a GoFundMe for it, and I just posted it, and I feel weird about it because there is much more urgent stuff going on in the world. And also everyone is struggling financially nowadays, so it's like, I don't know, it feels wrong to take people's money for this, but I don't know what else to do, and people have been encouraging me to do it, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not a horrible person for doing this. But something that a friend said to me that I think about a lot, this was like a year ago. He said, if you don't accept help, your mutual aid isn't mutual. And I think about that like at least once a week nowadays, because I love like supporting mutual aid. Like Coconut Hut is an organization that helps the homeless, and I have done multiple things for Coconut Hut. They're amazing. I love them so much. And just other things that I've donated to, but I don't accept help because people need it more than me. But if you don't accept help, your mutual aid isn't mutual. So I made the GoFundMe, but I'm feeling anxious about it. So I wanted to share it with you guys, share my anxiety with you guys. I don't know. I just needed to talk to somebody about it. And I like you guys, so I'm going to talk to you about it. I feel weird about saying this, but I'll link it in the description. Just because I know people are going to ask it, I'll link it in the description so you don't have to ask in the comments for it. But don't donate. Like, if you don't have money, you know, look out for yourself first. Don't make me a priority. But if your tax return was thousands of dollars, you give me $5, okay? If you want to. I also shared it on Facebook, which is, like, I'm only friends with my family on Facebook, and my family is kind of weird about the trans thing, so I don't know how that's gonna go down. But it would be super cool if they wanted to donate. They're not going to. But if they do, I will probably cry tears of joy. I kind of want to re-dye my hair tonight, because it's really bothering me the way that it's fading. And I have an outfit that I want to do that's, like, pink and black, but it's neon pink and black, and I don't feel like this is neon enough anymore. What would happen if I put Rit dye on my hair? I'm gonna ask my hair girl that, and she's gonna laugh and tell me not to. I'm not going to. But what would happen if I put Rit fabric dye on my head, on my hair? Would it ever come out? Would it do nothing? I just bought pink Rit dye today, that's why I'm asking. For a shirt, not for my hair. But what if I put it on my hair? I'm not going to, but what if I did? I got food. Doesn't that look disgusting? It's in a candle. This used to be a candle. Hello? Focus? Hello? Yeah, anyways, this was a candle. I gouged the wax out, and then I wash it, obviously, and sanitize it, get all the wax out of it. I made mashed potatoes. I get mashed potatoes, and then I mix it with chili and cheese, and it's great. But this time, for some reason, it's very liquidy, which is kind of gross. It still tastes really good, but it looks like, what am I doing? It looks disgusting. Ignore that. I had to get over that and like take the first bite because I was just gonna throw it away, but it tastes great. So I'm gonna keep eating it. I'm trying to focus on TikTok and not the way that this looks. And I have a cotton candy Faygo in my, let me hold this the cool way. Cotton candy Faygo in the skull glass. Technically it's a glass, it didn't come with a lid. Okay, I know that the purpose of this is just to be cool, but why have a screwy top on if there's not a lid? I wonder if this did come with a lid and I just don't remember, because that is like such a possibility. My hair is just getting crazier and crazier by the minute. Okay, it's 8 p.m. And my bedroom routine, I have a whole video on that. I don't even know if that's out yet. Anyway, my bedroom routine, I take my sleepy time meds at 8, and then wind down for an hour, clean up the house, reset, and then at 9, I like get in the shower and start the process of actually going to bed. But I got these at the dollar store. They're, oh, I only have one hand. They're fire trucks, Legos. I was gonna do that, and then I got distracted looking at clothes on Hot Topics website because I'm going to Harry Potter World soon. I'll vlog that probably, but I need Harry Potter themed clothing for that, obviously. But I don't think I'm gonna have time to do the Legos because my house is a disaster. and I have to clean the house. That's part of the winding down. Anyway, this is probably the last video for tonight. Good morning. Hello. I've been awake for a little while, but I have been doom scrolling because I am so tired. But I did end up doing my Legos this morning while I watched TikTok, and I put them right here because I feel like they're too small to go with all of my other emergency vehicles. So I put them with my card games. Focus, there we go. I really want a poster wall, like a band poster wall, because I had those for years and years and I don't anymore. But I don't want to buy band posters because that's expensive. So I found pictures of all my favorite bands and singers and YouTubers, and I just submitted them to be printed at Walgreens because I have to pick up my meds today anyway. So I figure I'll just also pick those up, and then I'm gonna have to cut them out because it's just gonna be printed on paper. But I'm gonna cut them out and then hang them all above my bed and have a band poster wall again, because I think that will be fun. I am genuinely so like just exhausted though, and I don't know why. I have my energy drink that I bought at the dollar store yesterday. I also might clean up my art table because she's looking a little cluttery. I've been making shoes, not making the shoes, but painting shoes. And I'm trying to sell them, but nobody wants to buy them. So I'm out a bunch of money. I anticipated that people would want cool shoes. People don't want cool shoes. I feel like the price is fair. I keep lowering the price. Still no one's buying them. Link down below. Here's pictures of shoes that I've done that are still available. Links are down below. But I'm going to do a Slytherin pair, and because no one's buying them, I feel like I might just keep this one and swallow the cost of it. But I got dark green Rit dye, and I'm going to do that and then use silver. Anyways, it's gonna be cute. I also paint all the boxes that they're shipped in because I'm cool like that. So you should buy something. Follow the Instagram for my shop. Anyway, but I might do that today. At least dye the shoes because they take a long time to dry. I don't know how you're supposed to dye shoes. I use a paintbrush and paint the dye on. I also use super concentrated dye. Like, I don't put as much water as you're supposed to, because when you wash it, like when you wash the dye out, it takes like all the dye out and it drives me crazy. So I mega concentrate it. I also kind of want to work on the zebra striped pants that I was making. Those also need to be dyed again because the neon green turned out very light. But I have improved my zebra striping ability, and so I want to fix the pants and make them look better. But yeah, that's my current plan for the day. Okay, I went to Walgreens and I had to delete a bunch, not a bunch, but like some of the photos I was getting printed, and I had to downgrade the fancy paper to the normal paper because I don't have any money. They're pretty small, most of the pictures, but it's fine. I'll cut them out and it'll be cool anyways because I can't afford band posters. We have Avril Lavigne. I'm not going to show you every single one. We have Shauna Dean Copeland, Hollywood Undead, Magnolia Park, Kesha. I know someone, I don't know him. I knew someone, kind of, that called Kesha Keisha. Like, that's how he pronounced her name, was Keisha. That bothered me. Anyway, I'm going to listen to music and cut these out. And then, if I have energy, we're going to hang them up on my wall. I was thinking yesterday, and what reminded me of this was Harry Potter poster and Hunger Games poster. When I was trying to decide I'm like, what else would I want a poster of? If I was a teenager and I was looking at posters, what posters would I be looking at? Other than bands. And I was like, oh, well, Harry Potter and the Hunger Games, obviously, because I've been obsessed with both since I was like, Harry Potter since I was like 15. Or 14, and Hunger Games since I was like 16. But after those two, I'm like, okay, what else do I like? What are my other passions? Things that I enjoy. Content I like consuming. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of literally anything. The only other thing I could think of, I was like, well, I really like bouldering. I like climbing. There's not like a bouldering, like a climbing poster. So what else do I like? Literally nothing. I don't have hobbies. I don't have interests. I like Legos. I like rollerblading. Okay, I'm realizing maybe I do have hobbies and interests. But I had to, like, the past 6 months of my life, I had to figure out what my hobbies and interests were because I had no idea. When I worked at my last job, I was working 50 hours a week. And up until the moment that I turned 18, until I got that job. I had just been in survival mode. And that job enabled me to not be in survival mode. But I was working 24-hour shifts, or I was working 12-hour shifts, but for the most part I was working 24-hour shifts. So I didn't really have time to be a human. Like, I kind of just worked and slept. Even on my days off, I didn't have the energy to do anything. And so my whole life was work. And I feel like my whole personality was my job, and it still is. Like, the only thing that I talk about when I hang out with people is my job, is being an EMT. Like, it's the only thing. And so now I work 30 hours a week, which is why I'm poor. That has enabled me to go to paramedic school, so I'm very grateful, and I'm okay with being poor for a little while if it means I can go to school. Now I have 4 days off a week in a row. At first, it gave me a lot of anxiety because I would just, my house is clean, like my chores would be done because I had time to do them for once in my life. And I would wake up in the morning on my days off and just be like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, what do I do? And so I would just be super anxious every single day because I just felt like I was in this void of freedom. This void of freedom. I don't know. The freedom was too much for me. I didn't know what to do. And I came to the conclusion that I didn't have any hobbies. I hadn't had time to have hobbies my entire adult life, and I'm 22 now. And so I tried to start having hobbies. I've gone back to the gym. By the gym, I mean the climbing gym. I don't like working out the regular way because it's lame and dumb and I hate it. But I really love climbing, and I'm trying to lose some weight and kind of get back the body that I used to have when I was climbing. I used to climb 6 days a week for 2 hours. And then when I was done climbing, I would go do endurance on the treadmill. And I did that every single day. I also ate 3,000 calories every day and 100 grams of protein every day. And I was super scrawny, but like super cut. I was very muscular, but I looked like a noodle. And that is the body type that I like. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just a twink, whatever, but I'm trying to get back to that. So I am going back to the gym, but I can't go that often. I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, which I think shouldn't exist as a diagnosis personally. And like with chronic fatigue syndrome, you're not supposed to exercise. It's because it just makes it worse. It doesn't help. But because I believe that that's a dumb diagnosis that shouldn't even exist, I decided that if I want my fatigue to get better, exercising would help, because exercising does help with stuff like that, unless you have chronic fatigue syndrome. But I don't think that that exists. So, therefore I don't have it, therefore I can exercise. But I am having to take it slow because I'm not at a very high capacity physically. I also have started rollerblading. It's still January, so it's like I haven't really had opportunities. But when it's warm, my ex-girlfriend and I used to go to Park City every weekend, like every week. And we would go to this skate park on like the top of the mountain, and it was beautiful, and there was never anyone up there. And the way that it was set up was really good for a beginner. And so I do want to take my friend Eva to that skate park at some point when it gets warm. So I have some physical activities, and I think that's good because I've never really had physical hobbies. I've never exercised, really. But when I'm not exercising, especially because I'm so tired all the time that I can't really be doing that stuff super often, I'm like, okay, what are my hobbies for when I'm just chilling? Is playing Webkinz a hobby? I consider it a hobby. I've started painting the shoes. That's been good, but they're not selling, so I don't have money to buy more shoes to paint. I've been trying to DIY a lot of like clothes and outfits, but I can't really afford to buy supplies. I'm trying to work with what I have, but I don't have that much. And obviously making YouTube videos, but if I am like too tired to film and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to film, I'm too tired, and then I'm like, no, you gotta make a video, like film anyway, the video comes out crappy. Like you can just tell, maybe it's just me that can tell, but you can tell when you watch the video that I don't care and I didn't want to be filming. And that doesn't make for a very good video. So it's like I'm trying to be more consistent with YouTube. I love making videos, but I'm so tired all the time that I don't end up doing it, and that pisses me off, to be honest. But I also, at the same time, I don't want to make videos that aren't good. I don't want to put out content that isn't my best. Anyway, I don't have hobbies. give me recommendations for hobbies, please, I beg of you. And I've been talking for 8 minutes, so I'm gonna shut up for now. I have cut it all out. Now I just have to take down the mushrooms. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the mushrooms. I kind of want to put them along that. I feel like that could be cool. But yeah, I gotta take all those down, put all those up. I did it. It is like a little bit lopsided, but that is the best I could do with the posters that I had. It filled the space like pretty perfectly, I think. The motionless and white one up there just kind of like looks goofy. I don't know. It's like very uneven on the top. I need to cross out Mike's face because he is a creep. And I need to figure out if anyone else on my wall is a creep so I can cross them out too. Joys of being an alternative music fan. Every artist you love, they're a bad person. Not all of them, but enough. Okay, my hair is back in the ponytail now, but these little cup things that I showed in the Dollar Tree haul, I had 2 candles that burned out today. It's empty. It used to be a candle. And so I'm making wax melts. I chunked all of the wax out of it. That's the yellow one, the lemon biscotti one. And then I microwave it in this little mold. I got this heart mold the other day, yesterday. To be honest, I liked the smell of this blue one. I don't remember what the scent is. I liked the smell of it, but microwaving it, it smells disgusting. So I don't know what that's about. These are the ones that I've already done. We have little vanilla teddy bears. Focus on the teddy bear. There we go. Isn't that cute? It has a little bow. It's vanilla. Oh my goodness, Eva's calling me. Eva! Okay, hi, update. It's hours later. My friend Eva goes to the same college as me, and I needed to get my student ID card for, I'm not gonna say what for certain things that the college offers that I needed. And I didn't know where to go. I also needed to find out where the library was that I'm taking my exams in. And so Eva and I were gonna meet at 5:30, but then she was in class all day, and so she didn't answer my messages, so I didn't know if we were still meeting or not. Anyways, it was making me a little bit anxious, but she called me and she's like, do you still need help? And I was like, yes. So anyways, I just drove to the college, and we did that, and I got my student ID card, and the picture, I look like I'm having a stroke, like my face is like crooked, but it doesn't matter. I get free public transit, because I'm a student. I just like tap my card and I can take the bus and the train and everything, which is super cool. I also get that through the work. Through my work, the place I work at. So I'm double, I can ride the bus and train whenever I want for free. Anyways, Eva is coming over to hang out while I finish I've been doing laundry all day, but I haven't vlogged it because that's boring. While I finish like putting away my laundry and stuff, we're gonna hang out. Anyways, I also have dinosaurs. I have these little dinosaurs and then a triceratops. It's focus on the triceratops, please. If I put it against the black, there we go. And then same thing, dinosaurs, but in blue. The blue hearts are done, but I'm not gonna do the yellow ones yet because I need to do my laundry so I have clothes to wear to work tomorrow, and so that I have bedding to put on my bed so I can sleep in 2 hours. So this is probably gonna be my last video for today, unless even I do something entertaining. But thank you for watching.
Here's to another sleepless night. Good luck trying to survive. You've been trapped with reality. I hope this isn't where I peak. I see that I'm sick. I'm losing my grip. I see that I'm sick.